Hello and welcome to the video with me, Winner Android, picking up right off last time where I took over basically the entirety of the southern cone of South America over here as Argentina, so I could form the Republic of Kona Sur here, in which last episode ended with me fighting a war against Britain so I could get the Falkland Islands over here, and that kinda kicks their ass, to be honest. So, yeah. Currently have 8 armies, that was enough to completely kick their ass, apparently. But, yeah, I guess for this episode, take over the rest of South America, possibly push all the way up into Mexico, and I guess see about expanding over into Africa as well, possibly. And that's just a general idea I currently have for expansion for the episode. But, yeah, let's go ahead get to work on doing that stuff right now then, I guess. Yeah. Don't have anything else to do, so go ahead, go to war with Brazil. And here they go. Yeah. This is gonna be a super easy victory, that is for sure. That is the entirety of Brazil fully occupied. Great. And now the same for Central America as well. Great. So, that's that work already done. Alright. So, for this peace deal, take over Peru at the very least, I guess. And also Bolivia over here. I could at the very least do that, for sure. Main question is just how much land can I take without the aggressive expansion going over 100? Yeah, definitely can't take over their entire country, that's for sure. No, I could. It just means I'll have to fight a coalition afterwards, which I could do, I guess. But I'm not sure if I'm prepared for that with the fact that I only currently have 8 armies. So I'll limit my expansion in this war. I'll limit my expansion in this war to just this, and I guess build up a military afterwards. Much larger military. So I know I'll be able to handle a coalition afterwards so I can actually fight one. There we go. Now it looks much better considering the name of the country is actually visible now, instead of being those tiny letters along Chile, basically. Alright, so I now have 30 armies here. I had to spend a bit working on improving my economy just to make sure I could actually afford to have that large of an army. So yeah, I think I basically like tripled the size of my economy doing that. But yeah, a few changes and borders around here, but honestly not that big of a deal, I think. So let's see. Honestly, I think I'll still go after Brazil. Just go after Brazil again. And this time just completely wipe them out. And there we go. Take all land. Great. There we go. That did not actually pin my gross expansion over 100 apparently. Alright. Sure. So in that case, I will instead go after Venezuela. What's left of them at least. And I'll be able to deal with New Grandia and Puerto Rico, who is actually independent from Spain. And there we go. They have all been dealt with. Good. Now my gross expansion is over 100. So, let's see what they do. Will they be forming a coalition, and who is going to be the leader of it? Also, Prussia over here has managed to make a resurgence after Austria got defeated in a coalition or something, I'm guessing. So that's nice, I guess. Looks better border-wise at the very least, considering Prussia only had this stuff up here in Sweden, Denmark, and Baltics, I guess, before. But it doesn't look like they're gonna be forming a coalition currently, so next country, top of the map, right here. There we go. Very nice. That looks much better border-wise now. So, at this point, I guess it's a matter of deciding on whether or not I want to go after these colonies or go after Central America. Do I want to go after Britain and France's colonies over here? Or do I want to go after Central America? I think I'll go after Central America. Don't really have an interest in taking those colonies off of them, to be honest. And really, at this point, I'm kind of just surprised none of these countries have formed a coalition against me. It's like, look how much my aggressive expansion has gone up at this point. They're still not forming a coalition. If one does form now, it's definitely going to be led by Britain. Because I now have a border with them there. Or France. Could be France due to that there. Why does France have a province there anyways? I don't ever recall France actually having a bit of land down here in Central America. Cuba is a vassal of Britain, huh? Interesting. But I think I will start taking over the Caribbean here. Getting all of these countries dealt with. And I can take over Cuba without having to fight Britain because Cuba has their own vassal over here. Now, all of you stay over here because I do not care about that other country that you're at war with. I don't care about them. Not right now. So there we go. And finally, they formed the coalition. Kind of the reason why I went and did that in the first place. And just go towards all those countries in the Caribbean. Because multiple wars there, higher chance to form a coalition. Thankfully, I managed to get the wars done before they formed it. So, now that is everything out towards me. United States, Mexico, Britain, and France. That's it. I guess some other small countries are here, of course. Huh. Interesting. Guess I could kind of try and clean things up over here for Mexico if I don't just outright take all that land, which I could possibly do. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that most likely. Cleaning up the border a bit when it comes to the United States too. While obviously taking a lot more of these colonies they have. Okay, I have taken all that. Nice. Britain itself is falling now. Great. Can I go through and just get some of these buildings built and everything while I wait for this war to finish? And that's basically Mexico completely defeated already. Lower Canada got independence from Britain apparently. Damn. Well then. Well, that's an interesting turn of events here. Wow. Well, and that was mostly just due to the fact that they are not involved in this coalition, but Britain is. So Britain doesn't have an army to fight Lower Canada's revolt. Jesus. And that's it. Right? Okay. So, I think that's basically what I'm doing over here. Also, apparently the United States lost New England, all the stuff they took in Canada to Lower Canada there. Along with some land along there too. Jesus. Whatever I guess. But, yeah. What do I do for the rest of this peace deal here? I think I'll take that and sell it to the Dutch East Indies, which I think might possibly be a vassal of Britain. So Britain might not actually be losing anything in that, but whatever I guess. Now, over here, I think I kind of want to do some stuff. Okay, I think that's what I'll do there. Liberate Morocco, Algeria, and Tunis here. Take all the rest of this land around here. get that stuff so I can sell it back to Spain, so they actually have something for a country still over there. Don't want to give them too much, considering I'm pretty sure they'll just collapse if I did. So, gotta do that gradually over time when it comes to trying to bring Spain back. But other than that, yeah, there we go. I'll, of course, sell this stuff over here, because I genuinely don't care about it at all. And Dutch East Indies is not actually a vassal of anyone. Alright, so they just get to become a little bit stronger then, I guess. Alright, so there we go, I guess. That's basically everything. Actually, wait, oh, forgot to sell this stuff over here to Spain. So do that right quick. Okay, so this is where I'm basically going to be starting my expansion over here in Africa. No idea why Russia has these random two provinces there, but whatever, I guess. I'm going to have to deal with that. I'll obviously take out those natives over there. Just send some troops up there to deal with it right quick, I guess. But for right now, I guess, I'll do resource building. All these buildings here before I get back to expansion again. Alright, so I think I'll now finally do this. Of course, expansion went down quite a bit while I was working on getting all those buildings built. I also recruited another 20 armies just so I could get up to 50 at this point. Kinda rounds that out, so I don't think I will need to sell anymore at this point. Also, apparently, United States took back lands that they lost, though not all of it from what I can tell. But, whatever, I guess. But I think that's the end of my expansion for now over here in the Americas. So, I think I'll go out to the South Sandwich Islands down here and nab that off of Britain now. Actually, I'll use this as to my advantage a bit as well and kinda expand Spain again. The entire Indian subcontinent is basically just an ugly mess of the British Raj and this country now. Ugh. God. Please clean that up. Seriously. British Raj, take them over. Please. But yeah, I will now go and end this war. There we go. So, the only lands that I took, I think, is, yeah, just South Sandwich Islands there, and that's stuff I got off that country. Good. So, Spain is back completely now. Nice. So, I guess next up is to continue the expansion in South over here in Africa, wiping out some of these smaller countries around here, kicking out Russia, and I guess trying to just clean up a lot of this stuff in general. Yeah, so, you are a vassal of France apparently. Sure. Whatever, I guess. Russia has an alliance with Austria-Hungary and Britain. Damn. Okay. So I guess I'll ignore them for right now. I will take over the rest of these countries around here. Don't really care too much about this over here when it comes to France, but I think I'll take some of this land to sell to Austria. And I think I'll also wipe out Luxembourg here in that one. And there we go. Barely really took any land in that. Not a problem at all, to be honest. So, now, Russia. You do not want to have an alliance with Austrian Empire anymore. Okay, got it. I'll go to war with you, take that little bit of land, and possibly do some liberations around some of the other rest of the worlds there. And they are the leader of this coalition. Yeah, I'm going to wipe them out completely because... bleh. Those borders are fucking horrible. But that is basically the entirety of Africa towards me. So, yeah. I think I might just, take whatever the fuck I want in Africa. I could say this basically the end of the episode once I get this horror over with, I think. The only country I'm at war with over in the Americas is the United States. Honestly, good. And that is all of Russia fully occupied. Great. So I guess my troops are now starts taking over everyone else. Perfect. Oh, that is the United States now, I think. Okay, and that's done then. There we go. What even is this vassal that Russia has? Because I don't see it. Single province somewhere that Russia has as a vassal. Ah, that. Okay. Honestly, I would like to kind of do something more over here and weaken Russia's hold in Scandinavia, but if I was going to do that, I'd kind of demand a transfer of Norway, I think, which I don't think I really want to do. Don't want to make Norway my vassal, so, Well, at the very least, get these islands off of them and sell them to Prussia. So now it's for this big coalition that I will be taking a lot of land from, to say the least. Alright, there we go. I am taking a shitload of Africa. Though I will sell a little bit of the land over here, and that stuff, those little bits there, obviously. But I'm not sure I'm going to be selling much else in that. So, yeah. So, there we go. That is a lot of Africa now under my control there. So, I guess before I end the episode, I'll kind of clean this area up a little bit at the very least. Yeah, let's see, what else could I possibly do? I'm not really sure, but I will go ahead and just start taking over some of these countries, I think, right now. Oh. Well, you're a vassal of them, huh? Well, I think I just found my final goal for the episode. Get that crap cleaned up. Persia, why the fuck do you have land over here? Ah. So don't go fight either of those countries, I guess. Right now, at least. There we go. So, I think the rest of this episode I will basically just spend trying to clean up some of this horrible borders around the world at this point. That is basically what I'm going to do, but I think that'll require me to kind of let that aggressive expansion go back down so I don't have to fight another coalition in order to do it. So, yeah, I guess I'll kind of build buildings over here in Africa. Like, wait for aggressive expansion to go down or something like that. Right now. Alright, so my aggressive expansion's gotten down to 0. Few things have happened that I honestly really don't like. Spain lost most of their land to France over there. The Chinese took over all this land that Persia had. And they even took this stuff. God damn it. Okay then. In that case, I'm not going to have to fight Persia at all. Interesting, okay. But I will definitely fight them without question. Get this crap cleaned up already. And there we go. I guess I can bring Persia back by giving them back all their land over there. And there we go. Just wipe them out completely and sell all of this land to the British Raj. There we go. So, now I guess I kind of just gotta hope that the British Raj doesn't collapse due to basically doubling in size now. So I'll give them some money, I guess, to help them out when it comes to that to get us here. But next up is going to be the mean greats there. Deal with the Chinese and clean up some of this crap over here that they did over here. Fix up those borders a bit. So there we go. Deal with that. I should have done that instead. Whatever, I guess. Yeah. I can probably end the war at this point. Yeah. Okay. There. That's all I'll do. Just taking all that off of China there. I could liberate a few countries over here, but don't really care that much about it. So, let's give all this land back to Persia. And there we go. My aggressive expansion is over 100 currently. So, do I want to fight a coalition or not right now? I guess I probably will, since it just formed. Great. Okay. Apparently Lower Canada took Alaska off of Russia. Great. I guess I'll see about just cleaning up borders mostly. That's what I'll be doing in this one. Almost got the entirety of the Horn of Africa over here under my control. Almost. That's good. Basically got the rest of Africa done as well. And these troops are just marching through, taking over Russia now. Great. And looks like I'm basically done now. Troops just got this stuff to finish up now, and that's it. There they go. Okay, good, I guess. So now, time to clean up the borders. Okay, there we go. So basically just cleaning up borders in Africa, Europe a bit. Not really taking much land for myself except for a stretch of land here. Just clean that border up slightly. And that's it. So, yeah. I'm not going to touch them, to be honest. Don't really care too much about this stuff currently. So, there we go. Alright, so that there is literally all the lands I actually took in that coalition, basically. Because all the rest of that got sold. Great. And China just lost all of that. Ooh boy. So, China collapsed. Lost the coalition. Okay. Yeah, they lost the coalition and all these countries are back now. Alright. God. Now, before I end this episode, I will quickly just finish cleaning up these borders right here. And there we go. So, I guess that is the end of this episode here. So, let's see. Prussia! What the hell are you doing? Seriously, what the fuck happened to Europe since I last looked at it? France apparently took land off of Austria, and Prussia then went and took a bunch of land off of France, and also took Norway. God. Those borders are just getting worse. But, yeah. Obviously, next episode I will just go all out, take over the rest of the world completely. Because there really is no point in not doing that at this point. And considering how many countries are actually left here at this point, I am honestly wouldn't be surprised if I can get it done pretty quickly. Considering this is the only part of the world that kind of has a lot of countries still, and that's because they just all popped up as a result of China losing a coalition. Yeah, but that's the end of this video here. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye bye.